You know those old, forgotten buildings you walk past every day? Ever wonder what stories they hold? Well, what if I told you that inside these old relics, there's not just a past, but a really vibrant future just waiting to be unlocked? Okay, so take a look at these two. You've got this pretty standard, maybe even kind of boring office building. And then there's this old industrial warehouse. So in our crazy, fast-paced world, what's the deal with buildings like these when they've, seemingly outlived their purpose? For the longest time, there was really only one very final answer to that question. It was pretty much the end of the road. But now, there's a new, much smarter idea that's changing the whole game, turning that dead end into a brilliant new beginning. The old way of thinking was simple, right? Demolition. A building wasn't useful anymore. Just tear it down, start from scratch. But, think about it. That's incredibly wasteful. You're sending tons of materials straight to the landfill and using up a massive amount of energy and resources just to build something new. But what if we didn't have to start over from zero every single time? Turns out there's a more sustainable and honestly a way more imaginative alternative. So let's introduce adaptive reuse. So what is this thing exactly? Well, adaptive reuse is basically the process of taking a building that's already there and giving it a whole new job. You keep the bones, right? The core structure stays, but you completely transform what it's used for. It's really all about seeing potential where other people just see decay. Okay, let's see how this works in the real world. Remember that single-story office building from a second ago? Pretty uninspiring, yeah? It served its purpose for a while, but its time was pretty much up. And now, look at this. It's the same building, but completely reimagined into this modern, light-filled, creative workspace. The structure, the foundation, it's all the same, but the vision, totally new. All right, let's do another one. Here we have this tired, aging industrial warehouse. Sure, it's got a lot of space, but not a whole lot else going for it. Normally, its next stop would be a date with the wrecking ball. But with a little adaptive reuse magic, it becomes this, a vibrant commercial hub. This kind of transformation really shows you the sheer power of this idea. It's not just a facelift, it's a complete rebirth. Now, this isn't just about making old buildings look pretty. The benefits here are huge. We're talking about what you could call a triple win. It's a win for the planet, a win for the economy, and a win for the community. Let's break down exactly what that means. First up, the win for the planet. By choosing not to demolish, you're literally stopping tons of material from ending up in a landfill. You're conserving all the energy and resources that are already locked into that existing building, which slashes the project's carbon footprint. It is sustainability you can literally see and touch. Second, the economic win. And this is a big one. It's often way cheaper and a lot faster to repurpose an existing structure than to build something brand new from the ground up. Plus, these projects tap into roads and utilities that are already there, which saves public money and attracts new investment into areas that are already established. And finally, the community. This is where it gets really special. Adaptive reuse preserves the history and the character that makes a place unique. When you revitalize a neighborhood like this, you strengthen social connections, and you can even spark entrepreneurship by creating these cool, new, affordable hubs for innovation. So why is this idea getting so much traction right now of all times? Well, it's because the world, and specifically the world of commercial real estate, is going through this massive, massive shift. This quote here really nails it. Office isn't obsolete, but it's not what it used to be. The whole idea of what an office even is and what people want from it has just been completely turned on its head. Think about it. The office of yesterday, it was just basic space, 4 walls and a desk. But today's top tenants, they want flexible, employee-friendly designs. And the biggest change of all, they are demanding strong ESG credentials. Sustainability isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. For a lot of companies, it's a flat-out requirement. In fact, it's gotten to the point where companies are actually willing to pay more, what the market calls a green premium, for spaces that line up with their own big carbon reduction goals. This isn't just about looking good, it's a powerful financial incentive that is totally reshaping the market. So here's the bottom line. The market is screaming for one thing, while the supply is full of something else. We're seeing this huge and still growing demand for low-carbon, sustainable office spaces, but there's a massive gap in what's actually available. This isn't just a little trend, it's a fundamental economic shift.